So I recently had a encounter with a deaf cashier at a restaurant. She had a pen and a pad, and she wrote down my total on the pad and showed it to me. Um, I know that most people that are deaf or hard of hearing can read lips, but I couldn't help um, thinking to myself, if I could speak sign language, that encounter would have went a lot different. Um, I would have been able to communicate with her without her needing to pick up the pen and pad. Um, most schools don't even offer American Sign Language. They only offer, most languages that maybe you or I took in high school, like Spanish or French. Some even often offer German and Latin. But it's not very common that you hear about public schools, high schools, or anything like that offering American Sign Language. Now, today I'm going to talk to you about American Sign Language and why it should be taught in schools. So having sign language taught in schools is beneficial to all students. It's American Sign Language is one of the most used languages in the United States, and if learning it at a young age or learning it period promotes better self-awareness and sensitivity to people who are deaf or hard of hearing. And it helps you communicate better with those people. Learning American Sign Language can also benefit the hearing as well as people who are deaf or hard of hearing. Some teachers today have even started to incorporate ASL or American Sign Language into their classroom activities, and they're finding that it helps with classroom management as well as improving kids' spelling, improving classroom behavior, improving gross motor skills for a lot of children, and helping with communication skills and better vocabulary. Schools should offer American Sign Language the way that they offer other languages like Spanish, like French, like Latin and German, and all of those other things. A school in Delaware Valley is the only school in that county that offers American Sign Language. And they actually did a poll where they asked the students, what class they would prefer to take. And they actually it came back that majority of the students preferred ASL. And they started to put that, in the curriculum, and it's now considered, or it's now included in the language requirement that most schools have to graduate. So, all in all, American Sign Language should be offered in schools. Public or private, it doesn't matter. It should be offered in all schools. It is used by so many people throughout the world, in the United States, all over the place. And having children learn it at a young age can help them be better communicators and help anyone hard of hearing feel more included. And nowadays in a lot of schools, inclusion, is a big thing. Having children with disabilities who are deaf, who are hard of hearing in the classroom with everybody else is something that's very big now, to make everybody feel included and, not feel like they're so different. We don't think about how many people we may encounter may be hard of hearing. And being able to communicate with them in a way that may be comfortable can help them feel included and more accepted. So at the end of the day, all schools should definitely have American Sign Language somewhere in their curriculum. Even and it should be counted, as part of the language requirement. Now, people like me who didn't have it, growing up in school, I'm still looking for outside resources to be able to take American Sign Language. So even today, if you're grown and out of school, I still think that you should look into continuing education classes to learn ASL, because more and more people are hard of hearing or are deaf or becoming hard of hearing, and we want to make everybody feel included. So why not take that extra step to go ahead and learn American Sign Language? Thank you.